Hey, today we're going to take on a new challenge. We traded our truck off, got a new truck, F-250, and I'm going to take advantage of that trade to move from a fifth wheel hitch to a gooseneck hitch, which means I got to change that. So it's been a good hitch, loved it, didn't have any issues with it other than the B&W that went in the bed of my truck ate all the room up in the bed of the truck, and I want the bed of my truck back. So I did a lot of homework, and we decided that we're going to go with this GenY. Let me see if I can zoom in there on the. This is a GH8047AL, a direct replacement for the Curt turning point hitch. So hopefully the plan is maybe today. My buddy's coming over to help me. This thing weighs about 180 pounds, and got to get everything undone from it, get it out of the box, and then this thing, I've already started taking the bolts loose on it and get it off of there, and then we'll see how hard it is to fit that up in the trailer. I'm anxious to give it a try. I'm anxious to maybe get this filmed. As I was doing my homework, I could not find anybody that was a really good video on changing out this Curt turning point. So I don't know how good it'll be, but I'm going to try to put something out there that somebody else might be able to use. So hang tight and let's see what happens. So we're going to start taking this loose. I thought I'd tell you, I've already got some of them loose. Put an extra washer on that one. These are 5/8 bolts with a 13/16 head, and the nut, these two bolts have nuts on the back of them. You have to use a wrench on them. You can easily reach in and get them from the back side. You can see my wrench in there on them. You don't mess with these two. These are the ones that help you undo when you want to spin this hitch and use it as a turning point hitch. These two up front, the nuts are welded in to the frame that you're going to remove. So that's what we're doing right now. It's going to get these loose and hopefully get that thing out of there. Finally, that was pretty tough. Now then, I want to put the nut loosely back up on one of those bolts. I don't want this thing to fall out just in case. I don't think it will. I think it's in there a lot tighter than that. But I had to take the bolt closest to the trailer out to get my wrench in to the second bolt. Let's see if that works on the other side. That one was not as tough. Not as tough. Now we'll gather up all those bolts, see what's next. So we got the old hitch out, and we ended up with 2 bolts in it here. And we took one out and then spun the other one out with the impact and just let the old hitch drop. It weighs probably 125 pounds. This is my friend Nick that's over helping me do this. And so now then, we've unboxed the GenY. We have it sitting on the ball, and the plan now is for me to back the truck up under the trailer with Nick's guidance, and then we'll lower the trailer down, because when it's on the ball you can handle this back end, and we'll line it up and get some bolts in it. So wish us luck. Well, I'm embarrassed to say we did not get all of the installation filmed. It took all the 2 of us could do to get it on there, but I'm going to tell you how we did it. After we took the old one down, we took this and put it on the ball. We set the GenY on the ball and let it stand up in the truck. It kind of sits down. And I backed the truck up under the trailer. Nick was in the bed of the truck, and as we lined it up, he lifted it up, and we slid the bracketry underneath the trailer. Then I got out and lowered the trailer down onto the brackety while Nick guided it in. And once we got a couple of bolts in, we had to take a screwdriver and kind of move around a little bit. It didn't go straight in, but it wasn't difficult. It just took a little bit of time. Once we got a couple of bolts in, we unpinned it from the ball, pulled the truck out, and then we could handle it by pivoting it on the rear bolts. And we lined everything up and torqued it all down, put medium Loctite on it. And in fact, I've double nutted on the inside. So I'll show you the inside. So I'm double nutting on the inside just as a safety factor. So far, very pleased. I was very concerned about the ride height and how it was gonna sit compared to how it sat on my BMW. And I have the exact same clearance, about, I didn't measure it, about, I'm gonna say 6.5 to 7 inches at least between the bed and the truck. And so far I'm quite pleased, and it hooks up and unhooks quite easily. So maybe this will help somebody. Shoot me a message if you got a question. See you next time.